It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Throwing first play is Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Firemouth.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Looking middle, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Now this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Pickett going to bootleg it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Roth. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Shudak.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Second and 7 from the 20. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
They needed 2. He only got 1 on the sneak, and that's going to lead us to a 4th and 1.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he is caught. A little joke. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here's Swift.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Swift again.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Hurts will throw.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now, once again, Kenny Pickett leading his offense out.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Hassan Reddick in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Steelers first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. Here's Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness again.
Touchdown! His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Shootout.
And the lead is up to 8. The 10-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. All eyes on Dallas Goedert as the Eagles offense comes back out onto the field.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into third place all time. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for two. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Pickett. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Cooper on the return.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. He's got his target. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score. Put some points on the board and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw at halftime.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, 27 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Shudak.
And that makes this a 9-point game. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they found the end zone for 6 points.
This fielded right at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And quickly, they get to the line.
40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play fact, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Keely Ringo getting home from his spot in the secondary. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone...
Under pressure, they got him again.
Nolan Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. First down, and they go with Swift again. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll run again with Harris. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett. That is caught. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a give, running left is Harris, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
What a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown! Dallas Goddard, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete, but a penalty flag is out. And this looks like pass interference. Let's see. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here's Pickett and the Steelers.
Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:46 to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Here's Pickett.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now Pickett. Pass complete to Harris.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another.
Pickett to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Pickett, fourth down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles! Chris Watkins, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Pickett now on first down.
He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
On first and 10, it's Pickett. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
One final shot for Pickett.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League.